the shift before spoken. Okay, it's 11 o'clock on the dot. So if you're here not, we're going to get started. And I will not be referring to the chat until the end. So if you want your question answered, you have to stand by until I complete the lesson. Okay? So let's begin. To those who feel the shift before it's spoken, to those whose bodies hum with the earth's true rhythm, this message is for you. You're not lost. You're not alone. Your grid is rising, and so are you. Welcome to the circle of those who remember. This is Staying in the Light Society. Let's tune in before we begin. We want you to be grounded to receive the knowledge. Everything is about vibration. Everything vibrates. You, me, this room, the earth. So we have to set the right intentions for you to receive any vibration. May only what's aligned with truth rise within you. So, class, thank y'all for being here. We're going to begin. We're going to talk about frequencies and the human body. As we said before, all life vibrates at a specific frequency. Your thoughts, emotions, food, and company affects your vibrations. Low frequencies like fear, envy, anger, or high frequencies like clarity, courage, and truth. Your frequency determines what cosmic and natural energies you can receive. Let me say that again. Your frequency determines what cosmic and natural energies you can receive. Earth has a natural heartbeat. It's called Schumann resonance. It's about 7.83 hertz. Now, the planetary positions pull on the Earth and our bodies like tides. Your alignment with natural law determines how you're affected by planets. Those who prepare frequencies can ride the planetary wave like surface. You know, everything is vibration, so even from the planetary alignment, I'm just elaborating for y'all to understand. The planetary alignment affects your vibration depending on where you are in your vibration. Not only the planets, the sun, the moon, the stars, your thoughts, because everything come in a wave form. The water, the people around you. So keep this in mind as we continue. The sun sends out energetic bursts, they call CMEs, that activate Earth energy grid. Earthquakes release ground-based frequencies. That's the Earth speaking. High-frequency humans can absorb this energy. It's like fuel for their evolution. And low-frequency systems feel threatened and attacked like a rising collective. That reminds you of the people on these broadcasts when they're talking about these storms. They have fear in their voice. That's because they're very low frequencies. Now we're going to talk about who benefits in this battle of frequencies. A small collective, the benefactors, is tuned to receive and transmit cosmic and planetary energies. These are the supermen and superwomen who will help rebirth the planet. They are under attack by lower frequency systems, media, distraction, toxics, police. But their time is coming. The old grid is breaking. Let me see some lights in there, some love. Give me some lights in there. Let me see those who appreciate the message so far. You know, I have the idea and then I try to lay it out in a way that you can receive it. So it takes a lot of work. So let me know you are receiving it. Even if you're not on the live, let me know you appreciate the message. That's energetic vibration that's always beneficial to others. Now, the earth pulse is like the rising of human beings. And let me define some terms in case you may be lost in these technical terms. When we say Schumann resonance, we're just talking about the earth heartbeat. You know, the earth is, let's look at like a human body. You got a heartbeat, okay? Now what caused your heartbeat? You got a little switch, a little battery switch, lack of better words, less and lack of the technical word. And it causes your heart to give off a specific rhythm and beat and frequencies. And those who have heart problems, remember they get a pacemaker. That's a frequency, something to make sure you're beating at the proper rate. So lightning is always taking place somewhere on the earth. That's the frequencies that cause the earth when it hits the earth through the ionosphere. You know, the ionosphere is this, they just call it the ionosphere because it's filled with ions and it's between the earth and the sky. It's the first atmosphere. And then you go higher and higher. But this atmosphere is very important because it's the way you get all your activity, all your radio frequencies, everything happens in this ionosphere. That's the one we need to live. Okay, now let's continue with the lesson. This is about energy, vibrations, and planetary transformation. Because what happens above happens below. Everything is natural law. Everything can be taken to natural law. From atoms to galaxies, all life is frequency. Your frequency is shaped by thoughts, Food. Food shapes your frequencies. Feelings, the way you feel and your focus, everything shapes your frequencies. That's why I have these breathing exercises to get you grounded. That's to get you in tune with the earth frequencies. That's the Schumann resonance. Now it's been off the charts lately. The Schumann resonance has been off the charts. There's a lot of activity taking place on the earth, and as above, so below. So this is an indication of you're going to see a lot of activities taking place on the earth in the form of human beings who absorb certain energies. Now, if you're low vibrations, it's going to make you lower. That's how it does. If you're high vibration, it's going to make you higher. That's why maintaining the right vibration is so important. Now, this resonance is about 7.83 hertz, but look at that number, 7. That's the God number. And I measured these earthquakes in Russia recently. There are about 6 of them. 6 earthquakes, and they all measured at 6.6. Have you heard the number 666? They told us that was an evil number, right? Nope, wrong. That's the number of carbon is 6. That's another name for melanin. So how can it be evil? If you want to say dark energy, yeah. So it's just interesting to me that dark energy is what's causing these vibrations. 6.6. So some of us are already using our superpowers to control things that's happening, believe it or not. Because when you're the right vibration, you're in the pulse of the earth. You can create the harmony of the earth. When your brain is calm and your consciousness state is serene, that's why it's important to be in a peaceful environment and not be distracted by things that are low vibrations. And don't put yourself in a situation where you have low vibrations around you. And I know that the attacker, you being attacked because you can be looking on you can be strolling on your phone, looking at videos, and boom, they show you a picture of people fornicating. They show your naked body just to get your attention away from, to lower your vibration. Same thing on TV. That's why people take their clothes off, to get you at a low vibration. And America is just gone wild because I remember when women used to wear long dresses. Now, even old people walking around with shorts on. It really is not a laughing matter. But you have to understand what is happening. They don't walk with shorts because they really want to. It's because the heat, the earth is heating up. And people just gotta cool off. Because when you're sulfur base, you can't absorb any heat. It's sort of like the rat. Do you know the rat cannot fart? That's why if you give it sodium, it'll just blow up if it eats it. If you mix sodium with some honey or something, yeah, it'll just blow up because they can't fart. So people talk about a rat's fart. There's no such thing because rats cannot fart. That's why they can be easily destroyed if you get them to digest just a little sodium, because sodium produces gas. So that was an aside. We're talking about how people cannot discharge this heat that's coming, and they have to wear shorts to try to get some relief. Yeah, they got to get some relief because they're burning up. But it's just 80 and 90 degrees. What's going to happen when it gets 100, 150? That's where the vibration come in. If you've been eating the low vibration foods, that food is going to burn up. If you've been thinking low vibration thoughts, those thoughts are going to burn up. And if you having those low vibration thoughts, guess what? You got to go too. So let's review things we said. We said the Schumann, Schumann, resonance. And what is the resonance? Is the frequencies that, let's say, it jive with other frequencies. Take the radio station, for example. For you to tune in to a radio station, you have to be in resonance with the receiving frequency. The receiving frequency has been resonance with the sending frequencies. In other words, you got to be able to tune in to pick up the right frequency. So people who've been mistreating the earth, yeah, the earth is gonna get you back. You know, you can't mistreat Mother Nature and get away because it's a living being. Now the stars also influence you, and your frequency decides how you affect it. How many of y'all enjoying this class? Let me see one in the chat. Yeah, I had to start a little late because um, 10 o'clock, a lot of people wasn't ready for this. Now, cosmic energy is what awakens you and prepares you. So what you're seeing taking place is a rise of the people who are ready to accept these energies. The super beings are rising. The old world is trembling. So we're going to close now. Thank y'all for coming in. Stay tuned to the earth. And you know how to do that. Stay aligned with the pulse. You were born for this frequency. Until next time, walk light, speak truth, and transmit power. We are the Staying in the Light Society, and we never dim.